Hello and welcome everybody, I'm One Proud Bavarian and this is Crusader Kings II, but it is with Elder Kings, the Elder Scrolls mod for the game Crusader Kings II, and I'm in love with this one. I have played it last, I think 6 months ago on this channel. We were the Adamantine Direni, we were the Direni dynasty, and if you don't know who that is or where they are, let me just show it to you in a second here. So we were essentially up here, we were the Watchers of the Tower of Adamantia, which is one of the towers that keep this world in place. But let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about what I want to do in this playthrough. In this playthrough, you know, and it took me a while. I looked around and I saw so many scenarios. I also saw so many scenarios recommended by you guys for, you know, vanilla or HIP. And I looked at it and I thought, hey, I want to see something else than Europe just for a while. Be it, you know, vanilla Europe or the beautiful HIP Europe. I thought, hey, let's do something else. And here we are. Let's do Tamriel. And let's do something that I could not find anywhere on YouTube in the way that we are going to do it. I found some people that started as the king and so on and so forth, but that is just lame. What we're going to do is create Orsinium anew, far away from the original Orsinium. Now, if you don't know anything about the lore, I will explain it here in just 1 second. The orcs don't really have a homeland. There used to be an Orsinium here in the Hrothgarian Mountains. There used to be an Orsinium here, This one hasn't actually been established yet. And then later on, there even was an Orsinium here. The Orsinium, by the way, over here is established during the Three Banners War between the Daggerfall Covenant, the Abernhard Pact, and the Altmerida Dominion, which we can find right here. There you go, yeah. We're not going to play that. We're going to play in the Interregnum, and we're going to play with a custom-made character. Usually I don't do that. Usually I play, you know, without something custom-made. I just take a character and do everything that I want to do with them. But today we're going to start over here in Falkhammer in the mountains. And we're going to create a character here that is obviously, you know, an awesomer. Also, by the way, the Nords look really cool because I'm using CPR Plus that is also equipped with the compatibility patch for Elder Kings. So that is pretty cool. Dark hair color, thank you. No hat, please. Actually, clothes. This one is fine, yeah, I like those. No hat is right here. Give me a good hairstyle if you could. Oh, I like this one actually. Right, everything else looks fine. I am going to give ourselves a unique symbol. There is one that I want to go for because one of the relatively, you know, canon, I suppose, icons of Orsinium is the boar. And we are going to have the boar, believe me. Even with the same colors. Here you go, beautiful, I like it. Right, now let's carry on. What are we gonna have? Obviously, we're going to be an experienced warrior. Obviously, we're going to be brawny. I would also actually like to be the warrior birthmark, or birth sign, whatever. What about being ugly? Now, why do I choose ugly? It's quite simple. Being ugly means being blessed by Malacath. The orcs worship Malacath. He's a Daedra. And Daedra is, or not Daedra, Malacath is the lord of the deformed, lord of the ugly, and lord of the ousted, of the ostracized. So we're going to be a strong but extraordinarily ugly man. We're also going to be a giant. Giantism means that we are stronger but also die earlier, so I think that is only fair. A duelist as well. And there was one or two that I wanted as well. Ah, here we go. We want to be Wroth, Brave, and what about ambitious? It's a pretty decent character. And then we go with reckless, ruthless, and cruel. This is a stacked character, let me tell you. We're already 29. I'm going to have one son. Thank you very much. All of these stats are good as they are. I'm going to upgrade this a bit. This is fine. What we need to do, though, is we need... Here you go. Awesomer and Daedra Malacath. Right, let's gamble for a good name. Shagramf. That's the name. That's the name if I've ever heard one. And our name shall be Gruldum. Gruldum Shagramf. I like it. I really do. Alright, let's play with this character. The house icon apparently didn't really work out there. We're going to figure that out in a second. And, I mean, I'm not really going to change anything about these rules. Here you go. What is our goal here? Let me show you once we're in the game. There is one thing that is quite significant. There is an event chain here. There's an event chain here that lets us found Orsinium anywhere in the world as long as we are a duke. Now our starting position, and yeah, I actually have to redo this one. Our starting position is a very, very tough one. Our starting position is a position of being surrounded by Riften as well as Anzilwund. both one kingdom and a duchy that most certainly would like our land to be theirs, and that of course is something that will not do. There you go. That is, look at this. This is a cool thing. I also really love this icon for Falkhammer. Anyway, our ambition should be to show bravery in battle, because that is the way of Malacath. And with the way of Malacath comes an actual government form. Orcish government is fundamentally similar to feudal government, with chieftains who rule from strongholds and maintain vassals. However, there are many influences from the Code of Malacath that set this system apart. Only males may inherit titles and may keep multiple wives. They also rule for life, with the eldest or most powerful son inheriting, but can be, and frequently are, challenged by offspring, relatives or vassals who may slay them and pass a combat for their titles. The laws of the land are determined solely by the ruler, not by vote, but can only be changed if the ruler is prestigious and respected. Since Orcish rulers follow only the Code of Malacath, their personal whims, and the rules laid down by their overlords, they ignore the laws set by Outlander governments, even if one of those is their liege. So as you can see here, we kind of ignore a lot of things. You know, we have different stuff, like our rule by might is very similar to the open succession of the Muslims in CK2 vanilla. And right now we don't really have any... first of all, let me turn on the music a tiny little bit. We don't really have any orcs at the court, so what we have to do is we have to recruit them, but recruiting them costs power, but more on that in a second here. Break ground for a new Orsinium. Spread the word of your intentions to establish a new Orsinium. Messages will travel all over Nirn, attracting bands of settlers, refugees, adventurers, and other interested parties. After enough settlers arrive, you will be able to create the Kingdom of Orsinium. Note that you can only take this decision once in your life, and this is the only way you will be allowed to create Orsinium if the traditional territory of Orsinium is not under your control. So the traditional territory is this or this, neither of which we have under our control, so we're going to found something entirely new here, and I hope that it's going to work out. Create the Kingdom of Orsinium, the nation-state of the Orcs. If your current primary title is King tier or lower, the Kingdom of Orsinium will become your primary title. Alright, so far so good. Now, Chieftain Gruldum of Falkhammer clearly has some ambitions, but he needs some... let me just use a different song here. He needs to get some assistance here first, and I think we should start with the Chancellor. Let's spend some prestige here on getting a new Chancellor. It's a lady, that's alright, I think. We can kick out the old Chancellor, Lord Harkon of Bitterblade. Bit of a twat, isn't he? You know, being human and all that. We are also, by the way, a member of the cult of Malacath. Malacath is the Daedric Prince of the Spurn. He is worshipped by many orcs as their god king and deplores physical weakness and encourages strength above all else. Malacath is known for rewarding its greatest champions or his greatest champions with Volendrung, the legendary hammer of might. Malacath is also famous for crafting the Daedra expelling mace known as Scourge. Many Daedric princes are infamous for their trickery, but Malacath's direct and honor-bound ways make him relatively easy for mortals to deal with, if they are strong enough to gain his favor. Well, let's hope that Chieftain Gruldum is indeed able to gain his favor. Let's marry this Bumbuk of Sorrow. That sounds about right. There are, I noticed this when checking the map out earlier, there is also an Orcish Lord of Felcrinth here, but I thought playing this would be too easy because he already holds 2 counties, and at that point you kind of are already very, very strong. Shalador, huh? They're all male. I was hoping I could maybe marry one of them, but doesn't look like it. What about you? Do you have anyone I can marry? And nope, those are all men. You're just a worship of Sheogorath. They are all not ladies. Oh, you're a lady, but we're already marrying you. Right, you want to marry as an orc, because otherwise you're going to lose out on prestige. Because as you can see here, we're losing prestige currently because we have fewer than 2 wives. We need 1 more wife at the very least, but marrying one of those gives us minus 100 prestige. Ah, it's a big, big issue here that we're facing, really. Yeah, we gotta figure this out, because this is gonna take some years. Budbog, Courtier, and Morkul. Can I summon Debutante, a young noblewoman? I will try to summon her, and maybe she won't actually crush us in terms of, you know, she's lowborn. Why are you lowborn? Yeah, this is not gonna help. She's just gonna... So the thing about her is she's just gonna... Wait, where am I? I want to marry you. Mazoga. Yeah, that doesn't work at all. Still gives us a minus 100. Ah, ha ha ha. I think I'm just gonna get betrothed to her. Even if it's gonna take some years, I think it's the better choice. Right, but with this new lady, I'm gonna make you the marshal here. You're gonna become the proper person, I think. And now I'm just kind of sitting around, right? I'm waiting. What can we do with a drunken sailor, but also what can we do to take care of things here? And we are hammering pretty decent amount of prestige here already. Right, get betrothed, son. If I marry any of those, the immediate, you know, loss here goes away, but we will lose minus 100. Today, Malacath announced his opinion of me in front of my entire court. Chieftain Gruldum of Falcomer is a true fighter, he declared. He is fearsome and powerful and respects my code. You would all do well to recognize that. And with that, Malacath's declaration was over, and my courtiers hailed me for my skills. Same religion opinion plus 30. Thank you so much, Malacath. That's so cool of you. Right, let's educate you in struggle. This is definitely a starting position in which we are quite vulnerable. Now, being so vulnerable, what you don't want to do is go negative in prestige. But I don't know if we actually have a chance here to not do that, seeing as we have to recruit some people even now. It just costs me so much damn prestige. I think what we're going to do is, at the end of the day, I'm just going to marry one of them. I'm just going to marry one of them, I think, yeah. She's lustful. She might even give us some kids. That hurts. But now at least we're gaining some prestige. We're making it, you know, up there in the world. If we can actually get some pillaging done here, and if I can actually go ahead and steal your land. Ooh, we can't do that. Because don't ever revoke title. Right. What is this? The organizational structure of the military in this realm. Retinue core. The Lord is a professional retinue that forms a core of elite troops in this army. And new headquarters will need to be built in the capital to house this retinue. That's really cool. Professional standing army. Or levy. I mean, right now we're obviously going with levy. Mutilation is legal. Can remain legal, I'll be honest with you. We should probably do resettlement purges, so that we can push them out of our lands whenever we take anything over here. It's very, very important if we want to establish an Orcish kingdom. I did not understand fear before, but we lose the trade brave, but I paid in years for that. Luxury clothes are trendy at the moment. What about keeping your courtiers busy by changing the fashion around? Right, you know what? Give me the... Please give me the prestige. Oh, man. This goddamn prestige, I swear to God. Yeah, this is a difficult situation. We need these people to do something. Because currently we cannot actually... Yeah, we cannot actually siege any of this down. Maybe this one, now that I look at it. It's going to be tough, because they're definitely going to have an army ready to defeat us. Let's try to loot the province here. Oh, it's just not enough. Like, just not enough. Can we loot anything? It doesn't look like it, yeah. Alrighty. This cannot be looted. Unlucky. Unlucky, my dude. Or as they say, unforge. But I think if we just wait a bit, we will easily get enough looters to actually do some looting here. Bringing us money, bringing us prestige. Who are you? Winterhold. Where art thou going? Rome conquest of Bleak Rock. So they're fighting over this, and for some reason, Winterhold decided that not over here was the best way to go, but oh, right, because there's probably a major Redoran army right over here. Alright, good to know. So as I said, the goal of this playthrough is to found Orsinium, and I'll be honest with you, like this area as like a, you know, a mountain kingdom, wouldn't that be super cool? We'll take a look at it. By passing judgment, oh, let's go. Onto criminals, from the safety of your throne, a young noble is brought before you. You quickly come to the conclusion that the man is indeed guilty. Condemning him might not be the wisest choice, as he is of noble birth. If you were to pardon the man, he might prove himself useful to you, as he would be in your debt. Nope, absolutely not. Go away. Give me the prestige, buddy. Give me the prestige, my friend. And now I shall even just put you in here. Very nice. Very, very nice. We have a pretty good council, I'll be honest with you. We have a pretty decent council. I would love to just research some culture tech. Oh, we can raise zealots that way, huh? Interesting. You see that 1.69% yearly? I like that. I like that a lot. Warriors raised as well. Yeah, that's a big one, actually. This one isn't that big. The trained troops is nice, but sometimes you get an issue. Let's try it. Sometimes they rebel against you, and that can cause a huge headache. A group of vicious highwaymen have been preying on travelers in Falkhammer. Your scouts have discovered the location of their camp, but if you march an army towards them, they will disperse long before it arrives. A small band of hand-picked warriors, personally led by you, might stand a better chance of capturing their leader. Yes, I will show them. Let's try it. Let's go. You select 12 of the bravest and most capable men from your personal levies. Together you set off towards the bandit camp and approach it under the cover of darkness. Their leader, a big one-eyed brute of a man, sits at a campfire with his lieutenants and is dividing up the spoils of the latest raid. Charge! Your men storm the bandit camp and cut down the startled highwaymen in droves. Their leader proves to be a capable fighter, and 2 of your men have their skulls cleaved by his massive axe. As the wild melee continues on all sides, you and the leader are separated from the others and face each other in single combat. A fight was hard, and the bandit leader's axe came close to splitting your head more than once. In the end, you managed to dig your blade into his unprotected flank, and the brute was felled. The rest of the bandits were killed or rounded up by your men, and they will plague travelers no longer. Let's go, boys. Give me the prestige is all I'm saying. Right, what I'm looking at here, though, is that I feel as though we should be able to do this. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to loot you again, down here. Yeah, this early loot is very important. Do not underestimate the early loot amount, alright? Do really not do that. It's really good. We do need them not to interfere with us, though. We'll have to see. Ah, you're having trouble with... Now you're gonna receive an angry letter back. Sorry, mate. I need the prestige. I hope nobody comes to attack me here. And my wife is pregnant. Very nice. My first wife, that is. Alright, we sieged something down here quite successfully. Anzilwund is being sieged down from 3 sides. All of which are defensive walls, yeah. Somebody's gonna grab it here, and I feel that that is an issue because they are just gonna join up with one of the bigger realms anyway. That is a bit of an issue, isn't it? What are we gonna do about it? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea. I don't know if we can handle it. Economy, technology, spread rate, don't worry about it, alright? Yeah, they're gonna just blob into that. This is a bit of an issue. I don't want to swear fealty. That is one thing I don't want to do. But Anzilwund gone means we bought a East March now, and I am scared of this lady. Oh, I've Boombook asked me to buy her some new clothes. Right, I'm gonna pay $1 for prestige, sure. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Son was born to Chieftain Gruldum of Falkhammer. Hello, my son. He's a strong one, and an ugly one. Much beloved by Malacath. Can you finally finish the looting or something? It's too rough terrain here. I always say, oh, I never attack in rough terrain, and I always do. I always attack in rough terrain, every single time. Never seen it not happening. Ooh, we could totally take this one down, sure. Let's do it. Let's take him out, boys. Oh, this, I don't like that. East March, stay away from me, you hear me? Oh! Okay, we get away. We get away. Whew. Alrighty. Alright. Oh my god. I hope that they don't declare on me. I mean, I have no chance if they declare on me, right? This is a very, very risky operation. We do have a decent amount of money now. I'm quite happy about that. But other than that, we are in a precarious situation. I think that is normal for this time, for this part of the game here. But I'm telling you, this is a difficult one. If anybody attacked us, I do think we could counter them, but as it stands, could I counter him? I don't know. Let's make an offering here. I want to see how this works out. Chance your offering has increased your favor within your faith. Ah, it just gives us favor or it doesn't. As I placed my offering upon the shrines, I felt a chaos cross my mind. What the hell? And I know Malacath had noticed. I felt a chaos cross my mind. What did they mean by this? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even think about preparing an invasion. Ooh, I actually did not think about that at all. I was thinking about conquest wars, but if we can prepare an invasion at some point, maybe even in the next episode here, that would be huge. That would be extraordinarily huge. But let's not daydream here, alright? Let's not daydream here. And I know I'm repeating myself there, but it's one of those things. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself not to daydream, right? I'm not saying this to tell you, hey, dear viewers, please do not daydream. Please don't go out there and think that we're going to manage things that we're obviously not going to manage. No, no, no. I'm not doing that for you. I'm doing that for myself. I have to remind myself that I need to calm down sometimes. Can't be over eager. Morlock had made me promise I would bury him properly, and I keep my promises. I walked beside his coffin to Morlock's last rest, and the wailing of the mourners was almost more than I could bear. He died too young. Aww, didn't even know we were friends, but... Aww. Monthly character favor and diplomacy up. Sure. Will not be forgotten. I don't think we were friends, now that I look at it. There was no indication there that we ever were friends. Also, we have an open spy position here, that's fine. We are in a really strong position, let me tell you. I think we can pull this one out quite easily, quite simply, you know. Maybe, and let me check this out, maybe we do actually want to invest here, but it doesn't look like it. None of this is ready to be invested upon. Maybe. If let's just try this, right? If we can, I don't know if we have enough men. I didn't do the math here, and I'm too tired to do it. Don't have enough. Well, that's a bit of a pain here. My wife Boombuk is pregnant yet again. That is quite nice. I think I'm gonna take you down. Hello there. How art thou doing? Does she bring her troops? Doesn't look like it. Beautiful. Doesn't even care. Just raid the... Oh, there she is. Alright, we found a chest. A strange chest made of an unknown metal was recovered by Amin while they looted the holding. Try as they might, they haven't been able to force the chest open, and its contents remain a mystery. It has now been deposited into your care. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right, you think we can... get this one? It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of an unborn child is surely causing some humoral unbalance that is affecting her mood. I will buy her something nice. I mean, sure. Let's see why not, really. I don't think we can... I think we need to move. Because they're going to come here with a proper army. And I have no interest in facing that proper goddamn army. What we could do, though, is I guess we could take you out again. They already won their war, so they're going to assemble their troops naturally in a second here. But, we also got another daughter. Beautiful. Do we have... How many wives do we have? 2.5, right? Yeah, you're not of age yet. So you can have a max of 3 as an orc. And they are leading armies. Oh, they're in Bleak Rock, though. They're so far away. They're not going to bother us. Larissa. A famous writer proposes to compose a family chronicles. Right, absolutely. Let me gather all the prestige that I can gather in this world. You hear me? That's how this works, isn't it? Right, we're just gonna leave you. There they come, yeah. But we are out of here, you hear me? Oh, and they are at war. Let's go. That is so big. Because it means that I can go and plunder. Are you at war? No. God, I need them to be at war, I'm telling you. Let's go over here. Let's do this to Bleakwall. Oh, this is already jump starting, I'm telling you straight up. I'm excited for this. I didn't even know that prepared invasion was in the cards, but it is, without a doubt, is. Is this actually your war? Yes, it is actually your war. Meaning that wherever your troops are, they will not bother me there. Let's just take you down as quickly as I can, because I'm working towards a prepared invasion in the next episode already, and that is crazy. If we pull that off, it's going to be huge. Straight up. No doubt about it. Alright, let's move on. Doesn't look like... Yeah, they don't have much of an army anymore, do they? Right, right. I love it. I really... Oh, okay. Their army is coming, and it's enough to beat me up. Well, that's a bit of an issue. I made a mistake. Oh, now I have to pay the iron price. Yeah, we're gonna take a bit of damage here. You know what? At least I finished the siege. This is what you get. Oh, I'm tearing them apart. I destroyed them. Oh my goodness. We destroyed them. Now, if they are coming for us... No, they're not actually coming for us at all. As long as they're not coming for us, I would keep sieging you. I have no morals. You think I have morals? Who do you think I am? Do they have a trade post here? What are we sieging? They don't have a trade post. Didn't we... Siege of Ansilvund. Didn't we... Oh, apparently not. Looting this a second time. Malacath's power waiting. No, not now, Malacath. Mages and scholars across the known world are in agreement. Malacath is weakened and off balance, and his realm is in a tenuous position. Most likely, Malacath will recover and restore the status quo relatively soon, but no one knows when this will occur. Well, if only I knew. Why do we keep resieging this? Like, we straight up sieged it 4 times total, and now we even occupied it. In the name of Ravenstead? Who the hell are... Oh. Oh. I see how it is. You know what? I actually do see how it is. We have... Oh. Today a fearsome-looking orc swaggered past my courtiers and approached me. I heard that you're a leader who has Malacath's support, they said. I want to fight for someone who is worth my time, and I think you might be it. You pay me and I will serve you. Otherwise, I will search for another. I can give you 6.2. Sure. It's not that much money, and if I don't have to go and fight with this draft idiot here, then we're going to be well off, I think. Let's relieve you. Auto-assign. Zungang. Oh, that's a really... I just bought such a good commander there. Did you see that? Join the Fighters Guild. Oh, that's right. We haven't even looked at this at all. I would love to join the Fighters Guild, I think. Maybe not with this character. He doesn't seem like somebody that goes around, becomes a member of the Fighters Guild. But as it stands, we have done an extraordinary job at gaining more and more power. Now, do be aware, we need 1,500 prestige to actually do an invasion. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna pull this off in this live, but you know what? I know we're going to pull off. I know we're going to pull off the conquest of Bleakwall in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you later. Share, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And be aware, Orsinium will rise. Later, alligator.